Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a colleague's reaction seemed completely unexpected, or their lack of an obvious emotional response left you confused? In our increasingly globalized workplaces, navigating diverse emotional expressions can be a real challenge. Interpreting diverse emotional cues across cultures primarily involves understanding that emotional expressions are not universally identical, and they are heavily influenced by cultural display rules and the specific context of an interaction. Simply put, what one culture considers an appropriate display of joy or anger might be viewed very differently elsewhere. The core reason for these variations lies in what are known as cultural display rules. These are unwritten societal norms that dictate when, where, and how intensely emotions should be expressed or suppressed. For example, some cultures encourage the open expression of strong emotions like grief or excitement, while others value emotional restraint and may see overt displays as unprofessional or inappropriate. Additionally, cultures vary in their communication styles, high-context cultures relying heavily on implicit cues and shared understandings, while low-context cultures favor direct and explicit verbal communication. This distinction significantly impacts how emotions are conveyed nonverbally and how readily they are understood by outsiders. To effectively interpret these cues, start by observing and learning. Pay close attention to a person's typical emotional baseline within their cultural context. When in doubt, prioritize context. Consider the situation, the relationship dynamic, and the individual's cultural background before making assumptions. If you are truly uncertain about an emotional signal, it is always helpful to seek clarification politely. You can use phrases like, "I sense that something might be bothering you. Would you like to share more?" This approach shows respect and a willingness to understand without making incorrect assumptions. Cultivate cultural empathy by actively trying to see situations from another person's cultural perspective, rather than projecting your own emotional norms onto them. By adopting a mindset of active learning and observation, you can tap into powerful concepts such as effective communication and cultural schemas. Effective communication refers to how emotions are verbally and nonverbally conveyed. Understanding an individual's cultural schema, which is their mental framework for interpreting the world, allows you to anticipate and better understand their emotional responses based on their background rather than your own. This deeper insight helps you move beyond superficial observation to a more nuanced comprehension of their emotional landscape, fostering genuine connections. Mastering the art of interpreting diverse emotional cues is an invaluable skill for anyone navigating today's interconnected professional world. It is about more than just avoiding awkward misunderstandings. It is about building stronger, more trusting relationships, fostering effective collaboration, and enhancing your overall cross-cultural communication skills, ultimately paving the way for greater professional success.